On today's episode of Am I the Age? Hi there, I have a terrible mother-in-law, and I don't know how to handle her. I'm 19 female am also expecting my first baby with my husband 20. I know we are young. We met at youth camp a few years ago, and have been smitten since day one. Our families are religious, or so I thought, and we were determined to do things right. We waited. It was not easy, as I'm sure you can imagine, but we did a good job. My in-laws have never been a fan of me. I have friends that like to party and don't believe how I believe. Bad company corrupts good morals, as it were. But that's not who I am. And I think it's still okay to love the people I call friend. Anyway, my husband proposed when I graduated from high school. He was working in a construction company and was making decent money. He was smart and used his money to buy himself a home to fix and had his friends rent rooms from him after it was fixed as they moved out of their parents' homes. A week before our wedding, his dad suggested one last fishing trip together before he started a new chapter. While they were fishing, his mom showed up, and together they tried to convince my husband to test out other options while on the trip. They had a girl in mind too. He got in his car and left all his crap there and went home. They were angry about the inconvenience of cleaning up after him. They promptly left his stuff on my doorstep to organize, since it would be my job soon enough anyway. On my wedding day, I put on my thrift store wedding dress, borrowed a pair of shoes, and put on the locket that had my brother, mom, and dad's picture in it. They died in an accident taking him out for his birthday when I was 4, and I wanted them closed that day. My aunt who raised me made me a veil and again cautioned me about marrying so young. She accepted my choice though. I met my fiancé on the steps of the courthouse. Hand in hand we walked in. We said our written vows, kissed, and after that applause my mother-in-law stood up and promptly said, "I think this is stupid. It's a sham. She's pregnant, and I have proof." We were flabbergasted. She pulled out a printed sonogram and handed it to my husband. He tossed it to the floor, told her not to come to the reception, just a quick dinner at our favorite restaurant, and we left together as man and wife. Fast forward 1 month, and I got a positive pregnancy test. It was sooner than we expected. I started looking into parenting classes nearby immediately. He called her and put her on speaker phone so there'd be no surprises with her response to the news. She said, "Well, we'll know for sure if you were lying at your wedding. It's been about 5 months." She told his sister she'd do a DNA test on the baby right as she was born and prove she's not my husband's. I told her in a text she's not allowed at the birth or our home unless she apologizes. I know she won't. My husband thinks I'm being petty. AITA.